Hey guys, Brian with JazzPokeCenter.com, and this month makes 1 year since I've been vending. Okay, and we've done really good. We started out really small. We've grown at the speed of cash, and I have so far this year made just as much money in sales this year as I did all of last year, which is great, phenomenal. Thank you to everyone who's has helped and supported me. So I wanted to come by, made a list, and give y'all some tips for vending. Excuse me. Um. Anywho, number one, and not everybody does this, which is mind blowing to me. I was raised in the South by my grandmother. You know, my manners are really high to me and really important to me. And greet everyone. I greet everyone who walks by, even if they're just walking by. I don't greet them if they're at somebody else's table, because that could be coming off as me being rude and taking a customer away from somebody else's table. But as soon as they're away from that table, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how you doing, sir? Hey, how you doing? I mean, I greet everybody, okay? And some people will come back to you and they'll buy from him just because you greet them. I've literally had people to tell me, I walked all over this place. You're the only one to greet me. I'm going to buy something from you. And I mean, it works, right? Sometimes it's a pack. One time it was a booster box. You know, it's different things, but it works. Number two, this is time consuming. Time consuming. Price everything. Just price it all. I have everything priced. Sealed, singles, plushies, binders, everything at my table has a price on it. I do not reprice and check on prices my lower dollar singles, but I do check on my prices and reprice my high end singles, mid high end singles, and my seal stuff. Those get priced, updated for every show. The stuff that's like below $10, honestly, they don't move that much, and I ain't gonna sit there and waste a bunch of time on repricing 1,000 low end cards. But everything does have a price, so I might lose some on those, but it is what it is. Everything has a price, and people appreciate that. A lot of people tell me all the time, "Well, hey man, I'm glad you have everything priced." Some people don't like the prices, but nobody's ever complained about me having them priced. All right, number three, get along with your vendors. Okay, if you do a lot of shows in the same area, 90% of the vendors you're going to see every show. So you might as well try to get along with them. They'll help you if you help them, type thing. I'll walk around before shows. And I'll see who has what, and especially the vendors right around me, because I'll point people to them. But I also got my top 3 vendors that I send people to every show if they're there. Levi, he usually vends with me. We'll try to get our tables together. I do singles and sealed, and Levi does singles and slabs. That way we're not competing on top of each other. He's got it where he only does PSA, which is really smart as far as reselling goes. And so if somebody comes up with some slabs from PSA, I send them to Levi beside me. If it's other than PSA or Levi passes on, I'll send him to Pokemon Dan. He's usually at every show I'm at. He owns a brick and mortar. He goes to Collecticon. He has big items and he buys everything for the most part, especially when it comes to slabs. And then Gerald, he sells a lot on TCG Player, and Gerald will buy anything. Okay, he's like that. What's that old say? Like, give it a Mickey. He'll eat anything. Type thing. Like Gerald would just buy anything. He buys the bulk. He buys what nobody else wants. He might not give you a lot. I don't know what his rates are, but he'll buy everything. And he puts on his TCG Player. He does thousands of dollars a week on TCG Player. He's killing it. Your next thing, and this one should be like a free for you, and only makes you look good. Me and my wife, we have Walmart Plus. We get our groceries delivered every week. 3 kids. We each got a full-time job. She's now doing custom shirts. I'm doing, Jab's Corner Store. We'll be doing custom shirts on Jab's PokeCenter.com soon enough and everything. But we always get the grocery bags, right? And then we keep them. And I have what I call a bag. It's just a big tote, and it's got nothing but grocery bags in there. And for whatever reason, a lot of vendors do not have grocery bags. So if you have grocery bags, you will stick out 100%. I cannot tell you the thousands of dollars I've done in sales just by telling people that are walking by, "Hey, how y'all doing?" if you buy something from me, I'll give you a grocery bag because I like to give my customers bags. Oh, really? And they'll have like their hands full of ETBs and booster ball, whatever. And sometimes they might only buy like $1 card, or they might only buy a pack. But sometimes they buy my stuff off the back shelf, the ETBs and booster boxes. And I've got so many sales by telling people, if you buy something from me, I'll give you a bag. And now you do have a couple that say, well, can you just give me a bag? Yes. Yeah, and I'll just give them a bag. The bag doesn't cost me nothing. It puts me looking good in their eyes. I'm not that stingy. But I always try to do the sale of, if you buy something from me, I'll give you a bag. And that has worked out a lot. Next one, freebies. Okay, we give out hundreds of dollars a show in freebies, and that sounds like a lot, but reality, it's just a lot of freebies that would have took me a long time to sell. Like, the juice isn't worth the squeeze type thing, right? So we have the dollar binder. You've heard me talk about it, and honestly, some cards in there are worth a little more than $1. Most cards in there ain't even worth $1. They're just cute cards, popular Pokemon that kids like. Kids, not teenagers, because they're a little old. This is for the kids. Kids get to pick out free cards from the dollar binder. And I mean, you'll get some like vendor kids, and they're like, "Can you tell me which one's worth the most money?" No, like, clearly you're not in it because you're in it because your dad has a booth over there, and you want to go take some sell at his booth. But and I'll still let them pay for them, but I'm not gonna go and price out every one. But anyway, we give out free cards, free dollar cards, posters from the poster collections. We'll give those out like these right here, the prismatic poster collection. Honestly, I rip those up and I sell it by the packs. I give the poster out for free. A lot of vendors are selling them posters for $5 a piece. If I have any, you can get them. Sometimes adults ask how many, and I tell them, hey, they're for the kids. I give them for the kids. And if they're like, well, I'm a kid at heart, well, you know what, you can have it. Or if you don't feel bad from taking from a kid, you can have it. And I mean, they'll take a poster. I have stickers, buttload of stickers. Take a sticker. I got for the little kids that want to sit there and mess up cards. I got coins too, them big old coins, and parents let the kids pick out a coin, and sometimes they want a sticker and a coin. Yeah, sure, freebies that sticks out. And then sometimes the parents will be like, well, let's buy something from them to help support them. That's where you get your sales from. You made a kid's day by giving them something free, and then you made an extra sale. So freebies, don't doubt those. Go where other vendors aren't. Okay. When you go to shows, you will be competing against scalpers. And so I don't scalp, so I don't have a lot of the newer stuff. And then you will be competing against places that has distribution. I don't have TCG distribution for Pokemon. And so I have to go where they're not, and that's what's been helping me. Okay, I started getting Japanese cards from Japan. There's some shows I'm the only one there with Japanese, and it's gotten to the point where vendors know I'm the Japanese guy. Like, I'll be at the show, and people come up to, hey, people told me you have the Japanese. Yeah, I got the Japanese. So not a lot of vendors carry Japanese. Japanese has gone crazy right now in price, so it's slowed down a lot. But I'm still the Japanese guy. Okay, I do have a distributor for my binders, my TCG supply. So I got Pokemon Ultra Pro binders. Not a lot of vendors carry binders for whatever reason. I kill binders at show. I'll do $300-$400 in binders sometimes, and the binders range anywhere from $10 to $40. Also, plushies. I get plushies from my distributor, give them at a good price. And not a lot of them sell plushies, or if they do, it's the same few plushies from Walmart, or you can tell they're like older ones, like resale, like kind of like yard sale plushies. Mine are brand new with the tax in the box case, and Walmart doesn't even carry these. Like, when I buy these from distributor, they straight up tell me I cannot sell on Walmart.com, cannot sell these on Amazon, and cannot sell these on Target.com, which I don't sell on those platforms anyways, so it works out good for me. So try to find your own little niche and what you can work with. Those has helped me a lot. I sell a lot of plushies, sell a lot of binders, sell a lot of Japanese. There's more shows than not, I'll sell more of that stuff than I do the English stuff because so many people there has English Pokemon. Um, Different forms of payment. Now, when I first wanted to start vending last year, I was all about just straight cash. Luckily, my wife said, no, you need other forms of payment. And I was like, no, I was still real old school, like, no, no. I mean, I'm 40, still old school. Cash is king. I would have missed out on tens of thousands of dollars if I didn't have other forms of payments. I got Tap to Pay with a card. I got PayPal Friends and Family. I got um, Venmo. I got Cash App. The only forms of payment I don't have is Apple Pay because I have a good phone. I have a Samsung, and then I don't take Zelle because I bank with a credit union and they don't do Zelle. So those are only two form of payments I cannot take, but I take just about everything else. All right, next one. This one's simple, but you wouldn't believe walking around how many vendors are not doing this. Just smile. I don't know. I mean, just smile better than me, but just smile. Make yourself approachable. Make yourself. That goes right back when you greet them, you smile at the same time. That makes a more welcoming invite to your table. Another one. This is a personal preference for me. It really does ain't so much as far as helps you on sales. I feel like it's a trick. It's a good trick, and it saves you from getting bit in the butt later on. But you will have kids that walk around by themselves with cards, and I'll do some like little deals with them. Like, and I'm talking about me. I just rather if it's like less than $10, I'll deal with them. But if they're trying to sell me a $300 card, $400 card, $200, $50 card, where's your parents? Where's your mom and dad at? I want them to see that I'm giving you a fair deal. I want them to be on board because I'm not going to have no kid go off and trade out or sell a card. And then that was like, well, you should have got $50 for it, and I gave him 45. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. I'm not letting nobody come back to me and fuss at me for ripping off a kid. So, and I will never rip off a kid, but you open up that opportunity of somebody thinking you did. So I just don't deal with kids individually. Now with the kids there, I'll deal with the kid when the parents stand behind them, and I'll look up at them like, "All right, mom, dad, you good with this?" And they'll say, "Yeah," or they say, "Well, but why don't you hold on to that?" Yeah, I'll hold on to it. Yeah, exactly. Like I will keep it if I was you, bud. So when it comes to kids, I don't deal with the big stuff with the kids. I want their parents there. I'll deal with the kids if their parent is there and knows what's going on. Let's see. All right, this is another trick. So anything that's sealed, most of it is wrapped in plastic. And if you know anything about sealed, when it's wrapped in plastic, if there's a little tear in it, people want a discount. Now, grant most people are just taking and opening this stuff, but the seal stuff is at such a premium cost right now. It is understandable to have a little bit of a discount when there's a little rip. And I've got these cases from not from factory, but I got these cases sealed, and they do come ripped from factory with little tears in them. So what I do, better knock on some wood. So what I do, and I've done this since day one, and I feel like it's helped. Every ETB, everything that is wrapped in plastic that is sealed, gets wrapped in a grocery bag before each, which they stay in there. But they're wrapped in a grocery bag, and that's how I stack them in the crate. That way they ain't rubbing on each other. They ain't rubbing on the plastic. There's that little thin layer of protection, and it's plastic bag, so it'll move a little bit. And none of my stuff has ripped in transport. I don't know if I'm being overcautious or not, but I know I've not had anything ripped in transport to and from shows, and I think the grocery bags are helping. So I would do that. If you got your ETBs, booster boxes, and stuff, wrap them, put them in a grocery bag, do one granny knot, and put them up, and that will help prevent them from getting tear. So yeah, that's all I got as far as tips and tricks. If you want to, you can buy some stuff at jazzpokecenter.com. Robert was really upset I didn't have no singles up there, only had sealed product. But that's because I'm not going to sit there and list a bunch of singles on my website when I got them on at shows. You know, I got some at eBay, Jab's Corner Store on eBay, and I got my bulk stuff on TCG Player. The website is mainly just for seal stuff. So if you want some English or Japanese sealed, go check me out at jabspokencenter.com. We got flat rate shipping. It's going to start off at $5. Then over 2 pounds, it's going to go to $10. $250, you get free shipping no matter what you got. And that's all I got. Thank y'all for watching. See ya.